Hello, children. Today I will tell you a story about Rabbi Shimon in the cave. Are you ready? When the Romans ruled the land of Israel, three great sages, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yossi, and Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, were sitting together speaking about the Romans. Rabbi Yehuda said, "The Romans have done many good things for us. They built markets, bridges, and bathhouses." Rabbi Yossi was silent and said nothing. But Rabbi Shimon, with anger in his voice, declared, "All that they built was only for themselves." At that moment, a man named Yehuda ben Gerim overheard their conversation and ran to inform the Romans. When the Roman authorities heard what the sages had said, they decreed punishments. For Rabbi Yehuda, who had praised them, they decided to raise him to high office. For Rabbi Yossi, who had remained silent, they exiled him to the city of Tzipori. And for Rabbi Shimon, who had spoken against them, they sentenced him to death. What did Rabbi Shimon do? He took his son, Rabbi Elazar, and went into hiding in a study hall. Each day, Rabbi Shimon's wife brought them bread and a jar of water, and thus they survived. But when the persecutions intensified, Rabbi Shimon feared they might capture his wife and discover their hiding place through her. So he and his son fled and hid in a secret cave. There, a great miracle occurred. By the entrance of the cave grew a carob tree, and a spring of water welled up from the ground. They ate the carobs and drank the water. Inside the cave, they covered themselves with dirt and studied Torah all day long in order to preserve their clothing for times of need. And so 12 years passed. One day, Elijah the prophet came to the mouth of the cave and called out, "Who will tell Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai that the emperor is dead and the decrees have been overturned?" Rabbi Shimon and his son understood that it was safe to emerge, and they stepped outside. When they came out, they saw people plowing and sowing in the fields. They wondered aloud, how can they forsake the study of Torah to attend to ordinary work? They were so angered that wherever they looked, the land was scorched. A divine voice then issued from heaven and said to them, "Are you come to destroy the world? Return to the cave." So they returned and remained in the cave for 1 more year. After a year, a divine voice again said, "Go forth from your cave." This time when they emerged, they saw the world with new eyes. Rabbi Elazar still felt anger at times, but Rabbi Shimon gazed upon the people compassionately and healed them. One evening on the eve of Shabbat, they met an old man running toward them, holding 2 myrtle branches. They asked him, "Why do you carry 2 myrtles?" He replied, "One corresponds to remember and one to observe, the 2 commandments concerning Shabbat that are written in the Torah." Rabbi Shimon smiled and said to his son, "See how dearly Israel loves its commandments." Goodbye, children. I'll be waiting for you in the next story.